So hi there, good morning and welcome back. Okay, today back on the fighter build. Thank you for all your amazing comments in the last one. We got the rear brakes completely signed off. Thank you for your tips and guidance. A few of the things you sent, that's helpful. I really appreciate that. I've got to do a few more of those mechanical jobs. I'm going to do the front brake reservoir. I'm going to do the clutch hose and reservoir. I've also got to paint, bleed up and finish the clutch side completely because that's just, I haven't touched that since the beginning. There's a few little brackets to make still to hold things that are part of the original fairing. That still hasn't been done. So there's all those little sign-off jobs to do. But as I said previously, interspersing that with the 4 major pieces of bodywork to paint. I'm going to paint them all black. That's the seat, the belly pan, the tank and the nose cone. They're going to be in that base coat satin black from Tough Paint. That's sort of the Simonized Tough Paint. I'm going to use that because it's a great base coat for the fire paint job. You saw that. I painted all the XJR in that black and was able to flat it all down. And that's the reason I'm not taking massive pains to make sure that this satin black paint work I'm doing is absolutely perfect. I'm not hanging it out and making a long job of it. I'm just getting a load of it over there. 2 good wet coats of that satin black because it's thick stuff. That's a fantastic base coat. But I can flat back with some good 800 paper and then we can get the artwork on top of that when the time comes. But for now it just needs to be all one colour. The grey is a thing of the past. It was going to be where we went. It's been a long project, 2.5 years. Things evolve and change as you go along. So there we are. So there's 4 pieces of bodywork to do. I'm waiting for the clutch hose at the moment, so I can't do anything mechanically at the moment. So until that arrives, we're going to get back into the paintwork. And today we'll start with a little nose cone, get the first bit done. That's already nice and smooth. It just needs a flat down and a paint over, and see what time we get that done. I might be able to make a start on the belly pan. So wish me luck. Let's get stuck in. Right, now this should be a pretty straightforward one. I can see no faults really there that require filler, and I'm happy about that because the dolphin glaze is very expensive and I have only got probably about 1/5 of that pack left, and I will need it. I know I'll need it for the tank because there's some little blemishes on there, so I don't need it on this. Happy with that. So all this needs is, and I'm probably jinxing it already, all this needs is a rub down and then smooth it all off, degrease and a paint over. And hopefully, if it's that simple and I can get away with that, I will be able to get to the belly pan today while this is drying. So wish me luck, as I said. Let's get this knocked back. Right, now I'm really chuffed with that. That has gone better than I expected. I made absolutely no painting mistakes in that one. The amount of cleanliness that I managed to achieve meant there were no fisheyes, there's no little pinholes, there are no runs, no sags, nothing. All there is a little bit of trash in it, and this is a dusty environment. You can see this place, it's not a paint booth. Had it been, then that would have been perfect. Now, I can only leave that now for 48 hours, usual old drill, same stuff, but what I'm going to do is only 2 o'clock, so I'm going to very carefully, I'm not going to film it because it means taking the camera and the tripod over there to that space and then filming the belly pan being removed. That would normally be part of the video to make it interesting, but I'm not going to do that because I've put that over there. I need to put that over there because I need this space here clear to bring it over to, and the belly pan's only 3 bolts, so I'm going to whip it off, bring it over, then we can prepare that, and I can even paint that too today, which will really be a bonus because it means half the remaining paintwork that has to be done is done today. So 48 hours from now, both of those items can be ticked off and I can crack on with the clutch hose and all that sort of thing. So moving slowly, moving carefully not to kick up dust or trash or anything. I'm going to take the belly pan off slowly, bring it over, and we start rubbing that down. Right, this is the belly pan, and as you know, it was a fuel tank, so therefore it's only made from 1mm thick sheet metal, and where it's going to live on the bike, that is going to get sandblasted from day one. And as soon as the chips, the little tiny stone grit, gets through that paint into the steel, starts rusting it, my lovely belly pan is going to start looking rotten very, very quickly. It's not going to last very long. So a great suggestion from a few of you guys also on the under tray was to use bed liner to protect it, and I love that. It's a wrinkle finish, it does actually look quite good, and therefore also what I can do is include that textured finish elsewhere on the bike to kind of blend it in, but at the same time the real reason for it is to protect my lovely belly pan from the onslaught that it's going to get. So there's no point now in filling all the little tiny pinholes and being too detailed and too precious about this. It's going to get 3 or 4 thick coats of this tough black now, and that will form the first line of defense in the protection to hopefully keep this thing in one piece for the rest of its life. This bike's going to be a rider, not a polish it and show it, so therefore I might as well start making it right now at this early point. And the thickness of this paint today and the bed liner to come will cover any blemishes on this now, so I'm not going to waste my time doing any more on this. I'm just going to wash this off, degrease it, let's paint it. Right, I prepared this box for supporting that the other way up. I know this is going to leave a little mark just in there but it's the inside, it's underneath the belly of the engine. It will never be seen, and even if there's an issue, I can just touch it in later, spot, spray it in, whatever. I've got to turn it over because I want to paint the other side. So it fits in there. Yep, that's right. Awesome. It's probably got 3 little points it touches, sort of there and there, and maybe a line across the back, irrelevant. That is so sturdy. As long as I don't walk into it. Right, fresh can of paint. Let's give that 3 or 4 heavy coats. In fact, I'm going to put a whole can on that. So it's going to be a little bit of a while. Half an hour, 20 minutes between each coat. It's 24 degrees centigrade at the moment. It's about 74, I think that is, 75 degrees. Nice and warm. Should go off quite well. Wish me luck. Right, that's it. Now, even talking quietly, I don't want to get any trash in that at all because I haven't got any. That is amazing. It is completely free of fluff or dust. Nothing's landed on it. How rare is that? Honestly, that's amazing. It's still technically as good as the other piece. There's no runs, no fisheyes, no pinholes, no drips, no sags, nothing. Haven't overloaded it, but I've loaded it enough for it to float out beautifully. That stuff is amazing. That tough paint is incredible. It's thicker and stickier than regular paint, and you can lay it up a lot heavier than you can regular paint without it running, and that means you can float it out. So you get that lovely smooth finish, which is good with satin, because with satin paint you can't buff and polish it. Now, I know I've already said it's a base coat. It's going to be a simple base coat. It's going to get flatted down the artwork and then 2K clear put over the top, but hey, why not get the base coat perfect? That's just an all the more perfect finish job, isn't it? And it's exactly what I did with the turbo paint, the flame paint job that Mackie did. We're going to do something similar with this, not flames, but something similar in terms of custom work, a little bit more imaginative, and as I said earlier, with some textures going on and so on. And even if that gets bedlined over, I don't care. That is a fantastic base, and I'm really, really happy, stoked about that. That is super, really, really happy with the result of that today. Now the next one, I've got to get a clutch hose made. That's for the Street Fighter. I need it made a little bit longer, so that's going to be a little adventure. We're going on a road trip. We'll take you with us, show you it being made, then we'll come back to the garage, another little road trip back again, and we'll fit it on the bike, bleed it up. That's another job knocked off in the next video. So there we are. That's it for this video. 2 pieces of bodywork painted, rolling along at a pace now. Thank you for watching. Take it easy, ride safe. Have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you next time.